First, I say, Yahoo Finance, give me everything on every stock you've ever had ever. And it gives me 25,000 packages of data, which will come in right there. And then I say, hey, I only want the ones with 4 ticker items, because anything with a decimal or anything like that in the package that comes, that's going to be like an EFT or a shell company, and I don't want it. I only want companies that have 4 tickers, and that kind of eliminates a lot of junk. And then I go through and I say I don't want any penny stocks, and I don't want anything that's delisted, obviously. So it's all this part of this this program is just, I want a packaged list. You could probably get a packaged list from somebody, but you don't know for sure if it's accurate. So I just build my own. That way I know I'm getting what I want in particular. I'm sure there's plenty of GitHub code out there you could download. So I just made my own, so I know that it is the correct thing. And then once I get that, it is going to give me a list of like 4,000 stocks. I think it's 4,800. And then I'll show you here on the next little bit. So once I get that 4,800, I have another program that I wrote. It has different layers here and there. Each little layer is looking for different stuff. So when I got that package data, I did ask for everything possible. That included SEC forms. And so I asked for insider. In this part of the program with the 4,600, we look for anything that over the last 200 days and the last... over the last 20 days and the last 200 days, what's the difference in their price? And then what's the RSI in that particular moment, which is pretty standard stuff that people look at. We look at the 50-day trading average, the 200-day trading average, 20-day trading average, 14-day trading average, and then we cross-reference it, with insider buying. And we give each one of these ones that pass that a score. The volume average matters as well. You can see here's part of their score off. So it gives you the investigator automatically. It'll request for it. The investigator is going to be looking at liquidity just to verify that it does have liquidity in that moment and that there's no recent bad news or any recent poor legal activity. And you guys have seen this code 100 million times. I show the terminal a bunch. So here's just a quick explanation. You see it here. Bang, 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 bang. You've seen this one. This is taking all that data that I got, right? And then we're going to look at each individual stock. So all the terminals just showing off the data. I just wanted you to know. I need to verify, right, that I am getting data and that it's accurate over the last few days. So I can stop this terminal, check that particular stock, check that data, verify it with real-world internet, and make sure that it's accurate. And if it is, it is. I just don't look at graphs. Graphs are a thing of the past, and this is as present as I can get. And boom, there you go, dude. The app failed for some reason. Oh, looks like we failed our daily cleanup. That's funny because our daily cleanup was just happening at the same time. Once we get that final list of whales, with the investigator kicks out some, I think today we ended up with like 30 whales total. It just automatically buys. This is it trying to sell. So it'll automatically try set limit buys on Alpaca for 3 cents less than that price that it sees. And then once it depletes cash, there's no more cash left in the bot. Then it'll just monitor. If it goes up 5%, it'll sell it automatically. And I was using paper money, so there's a bunch of them. And then if it goes down 4%, it sells automatically. And so you can see there was a few that dropped. It went down 4% today, so it automatically sold. And then at 3 p.m., it'll cancel any orders for the day. And then at 3:30, it will automatically cancel. 3:30 on Friday, it automatically cancels, or it sells every position I have. So on Monday, it buys all the positions. And then if I have leftover cash or if orders didn't get filled, or if something dropped and that opened up, freed up some cash on Tuesday, I'll again order until I don't have anything off of whatever that current list is. And then on Thursday, I'll just completely liquidate everything and wait until the following Monday to start again. Some weeks are good. Some weeks are bad. Looks like today we lost money on that paper trading account. But then again, the Fed was doing some shit. So until next time. All right, so you can see this is a paper trading account because it's $100,000 and I'm actually a poor person. So it started out with 100 grand. Today it did really not great. Two things dropped pretty quickly. Stock market didn't do great today. You can see it's down $832. But what I'm looking at actually is this number. This is the number that I care about. This is not terrible, so I accept. It's not terrible, I accept. Does look like a huge loss, but it wasn't awful. All these stocks are down. Everything's going down because the feds. So you can see here that I do one share at a time, right? And it does it for however less. And if it gets filled, it gets filled. And if not, it waits all day until that 3 o'clock, which we watched. The bot failed because it tried to do the same bot twice off of two different things. So it was just showing it failed on one, but it didn't actually fail. It canceled all of my limit orders for the day. You can see the ones that were filled. And then tomorrow, hopefully all this goes back up. But if it doesn't, tomorrow, what will happen is all of these will sell automatically. And you can see that no matter what you do, no matter how good you are at math, no matter how hard you work at something, for the stock market, it is all luck. It is a casino. It's always been a casino. It will always be a casino. It's built super intricately in a way to confuse people and trap them and get their money. But this is the most cost-effective way for me to be able to justify even being in the stock market. Most days are not this red, but we're red. We are red today. Here's the truth. Here's the truth about anyone who tries to trade in the stock market. When the Fed decides to change who the boss is, everything goes red because everyone's scared. But red means that things are cheap, and that just means that green is right around the corner. So I accept. Captain out.